attractive, and I would like to have some questions from you. What you're looking forward to in the sessions, your challenges, your mental and physical challenges. At the same time, what are your expectations from this program? All right. I'll give you some time where you can also pen down your thoughts on the chat message if your chat is open enough, and we can discuss questions. Topic. If it can wait, then we will do it at the end of the session. Approach towards physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level, right? So there are certain things that are controllable in our factors that we see in the environment. There are certain uncontrollable factors that we would see where you would know that these factors are responsible for the change of your behavior, change of your health patterns, at the same time, bringing about a change in the mindset of the individual, right? So right now, we will look at things which are under our control only, and things which are not under our control, we leave it aside and see how nature has to take its own course and accordingly give us this gift of making this change in this lovely body. All right. So let's on women's wellness, which is more on physical and mental health. We will also look at the stress factors that causes these kinds of conditions that we will be discussing today. At the same time, prioritizing yourself in terms of certain habits that you would like to actually undertake on a daily basis. You may not be doing it, you may be doing it, but let's go through it once again and see how it applies more specifically on an ongoing basis so that you can build on the smaller goals to achieve the larger goals. All right, let's start. A little bit about myself. So my name is Aarti and I'm from Bangalore, and I'm a certified prenatal and a postnatal health expert. And I've been into this field for over 12 years, practicing yoga for over 25 plus years. And being a Hatha Yoga practitioner, I emphasize more on breathing, meditative practices, and alignment of asanas. So my focus remains on health and mental fitness, because I feel that whatever happens in the body, it's all a creation, and hence we need to target the mind first for you to heal the body, right? So it's all about discovering yourself, introspection, and all about talking to yourself a little bit about what is this body wishing for, what is the mind asking for. And once you get your answers, it is these experiences only that help you to build a life with joy, and that is what is helping me today. Even though I'm a professional in HR and finance, worked in corporate for about 8-9 years. I left my corporate job only due to domestic challenges. And obviously, my soul searching was in yoga because it was my hobby, and picked it up from my dad at the age of 12, 13. And it's been my lifelong, practice with whatever way I want to achieve it, be it physical, be it mental, be it spiritual level. And I feel that it has made me grow as a person, as a parent, as a mother. And also today, I would actually like to say that I find joy in leading a lot of women in finding their own purpose in life. So that's my journey in a nutshell. And I also do a lot of healing practices with respect to the chakras, with respect to the mind. And if you're looking forward to these kinds of additions in your daily programs, then you will wait to watch till the end of this webinar what we have to offer from WeProsper. All right, let's continue with today's topic of the day. So let's invite a few questions from the audiences here to share their expectations, share their challenges, what they face, and why are they here in this webinar. Anybody can unmute or drop in on the chat box where I could look at the message and then start the conversation. Anybody? It's a very close group, so feel free to share any personal things also if you would like to share about your health, mental or physical. So these things are only encouraging us to build a dialogue so that I can know you better and you can know me better, to see how we can work together on a very holistic level. You can raise your hands and speak, all of you. I think there is a space where you can speak. Yes, Bhavika. You can unmute yourself. I am not able to unmute, but you can unmute yourself. Are you saying something? We are not able to hear you. You can type in the chat message if you're not able to unmute. All right, Jagruti says, my mental health is giving me a hard time while going through menopause. How to deal with it? Yes, Jagruti, we will come to the topic of menopause in today's webinar also. We will understand from the yogic practices what are the things that you can gain in order to reduce these symptoms and also find joy through this transition, right? So wait for some time, and once we come to that stage where we are going through this transition of menopause, perimenopause, we will come to this question. Yes. Anyone else? Continue to write down your messages on the chat if you're unable to unmute. Quickly. And give it a minute or two for everybody to come down with your thoughts. Are you able to unmute and talk? No one is able to unmute and talk from the group, the attendees? Okay, Bhavya says, I want to reduce my cholesterol levels and belly fat as well. Okay, so besides that, what are the symptoms that you're experiencing? Are you experiencing any kind of conditions like PCOD, irregular menstruation, any other symptoms, hormonal imbalances? What is that you're experiencing? Or is it just this condition that you want to act upon? Bhavya. Thyroid problems, yeah. So we will be covering thyroid problems also that contribute to these changes, and also understand what are the things you need to be mindful about while actually controlling the thyroid, right? Kiran says, I'm suffering from depression for the last 10 years. So what should I do? Okay. So the symptoms, causes of depression can be very, very magnifold. It need not be anything to do with mental health. It can be even physical health. But we need to understand what kind of a lifestyle are you dealing with. And based on that, we have to write down a protocol where you will be able to follow that for a period of days so that you can benefit of these yogic practices. Right? We'll come to depression as a mental factor towards the middle of the session. Anyone else? So we have 3 action items here. One is menopause, one is belly fat, one is thyroid, and the last one is depression. Okay. Anything else that we need to deal with? Feel free to unmute and ask because it is your day, right? If you don't exhibit these kinds of problems now, from acute, it can become chronic any day, and then there is no solution to it. So this is the time that you need to speak up. And be very, very honest about yourself, because It's not that I am judging you. It's not that you are amidst all other women who may actually feel bad for you. Nothing. We are all sailing in the same boat, one way or the other. Everybody has problems. So we are here to collectively solve these things together and come up with a solution. All right? Okay. Keep writing down if you remember anything, and we will move on with the session. All right. So, as you saw that we are looking at understanding a few challenges today in terms of mental and physical health. But did you know that every day women suffer from different kinds of problems, different kinds of challenges, right? So as the statistics in your screen says, 1 in every 5 Indian women is suffering from PCOD or PCOS. Over 42 million Indians are suffering from thyroid. 1 in every 20 women is experiencing depression or anxiety levels. So the figure says it all, right? But are we doing something about it? Are we taking action? Just crying over it. You are trying to find solutions in many ways how you can solve the problem, but all of you are not going to the root cause of the problem. Only the root cause of the problem can dig it from the bottom, and that's what we are trying to do here. So we have to understand what are the factors that are contributing to these kinds of figures here in the statistics and why they are emerging all of a sudden. Because all our mothers, grandmothers didn't have these problems. Did they have it? No, right? It's only this generation which is largely facing all kinds of uncontrollable factors or maybe controllable factors with lifestyle changes. So it's important for you to target things that are on priority basis and also at the right time. Because if it goes out of hand, then it might be too late for you to look down to solutions because age is a very, very big factor in handling these problems. Right? Let's move on. The next slide. All right. Let's try and first understand. All of you look at the chart in this picture. Are you able to look at this chart in this picture? To understand how our body clock works. Body clock works in a particular manner, and this is why we need to respect and honor our body. Because there are different things that we are not doing at the right time. Either we are not eating at the right time, or we are not sleeping at the right time, or we are not exercising at the right time. Do you follow a pattern of rituals on a daily basis? How many of you follow? Type a yes or a no in the chat box. How many of you follow a ritual of exercise, sleep, and also food habits? Do you follow a ritual at this particular time? I'm very, very careful about my eating habits, sleeping habits. Yes or no? Write down yes or no. Bhavya says yes, not regularly. Okay, others? I want to hear it from everyone, please. Everyone here? Others, keep writing. Any of you follow a regular pattern of sleep, regular pattern of exercise, regular meal patterns? And accordingly, you check this clock which is in front of you. Check this clock called the Ayurvedic clock, which talks about when you should be eating, what you should be eating, and how you should be eating. Okay, Hiral says yes, but not very consistent. Okay. So if you look at this clock on the scale of morning till night, right? We start early in the morning at 6 a.m. We start at 6 a.m., which is on your left-hand corner. 6 a.m., which is the sunrise, and go up till 10 a.m., which is towards the left-hand corner on the upper side of the clock. Do you see that? And then move from the noon time till the sunset time till 6 p.m. From sunset time till the midnight time, which is 12 o'clock. From midnight to 6 a.m., which is the end of the day. Okay, so in the mornings from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., what are the activities that you should do and why is it so important and for whom it is so important? Now, if you look at these three colors, which is there represented on the wheel, you have something called the doshas, right? In Ayurveda, we call as the natural physical constituents of the body, right? So we categorize that as Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Understanding the health and balance in the body through this structure of identification of these three doshas. How to identify these dosha is a different chapter altogether. We will not come to that right now. But everybody is made up of at least two prominent doshas, combination of two doshas, which called the Prakriti or the natural constituency in your body. And based on this constituency in the body, you categorize yourself in that particular dosha and also do things accordingly. Which means to say, if you're a Vata dosha, then you would do things in a particular manner. You will eat certain types of food. You will sleep and exercise in a particular manner. And there are balances, there are imbalances in each of these doshas, right? Based on the physical and the mental structure of the person. So if you're a Vata person, obviously you have characteristics like you have dry skin, you have cold hands and feet, you are having irregular appetite, you're very lean and thin built. All these are physical characteristics of a Vata person. If we're talking about mental traits, then you are very creative, you are quick to grasp anything, you are naturally prone to fear, anxiety, overthinking. All these are characteristics of a Vata person. So based on these, look whether you fall under this category of Vata. And the imbalances signs which actually say that you need to balance your Vata is nothing but anxiety levels. Constantly thinking of too many things at any given point of time. Constipation, dryness in the whole body, joint pains. All of these are symptoms for an imbalance of a Vata person. So you need to balance this element called Vata, the air element, which needs to be adhered through the yogic practices, either through pranayama or through meditation or through shatkarmas, the cleansing practices. Similarly, the things go on for a pitta dosha and a kapha dosha. Pitta dosha obviously is a medium built, slightly muscular in nature. Okay, they have very sensitive skin. Okay, prone to all these kinds of acne, rashes, and all of that. They are very warm temperature people. They have a very strong digestion because their gut health is really good and they have a good appetite. Emotionally, they could be slightly imbalanced because they are highly pitta oriented. At the same time, they can be irritable, angry many times for no reasons. But they are very intelligent. They are very intelligent. They are determined people. They are go-getters. They are focused. All of this are positive traits of a Pitta person. So if you fall under this category, you would know what time of the day you have your deep sleep, what time of the day you should be eating, and what time of the day you should physically exercise also. Okay. And the last is a Kapha person. So the traits of a Kapha person is heaviness. Heaviness, or they are very big built people. They have a very oily skin and their appetite is considerably very high. Okay. But they have very calm, consistent energy. It's not that they are sluggish all the time, but They are calm throughout. They are loving in nature. They are very patient. They are very loyal. These kinds of characteristics are all Kapha people. So if you feel that you belong to any one of these categories, then you should prioritize these three things in this cycle, which is your physical exercise, your sleep patterns, and your eating patterns. Right? Any time between morning 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. for a Kapha person, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. for a Vata Pitta combination, and 6 p.m. to midnight for a Kapha and Pitta combination. And early morning for a Vata and a Pitta combination. So if you fall in any of these categories, two doshas prominent, then you have to follow this particular cycle. And then the imbalances in the body automatically come down. The hormones start working at the optimum level. Yeah, we'll understand a little bit of hormones in the next few slides. All right. The next slide, please. Okay. As we are going to discuss the very important topic of PCOD or PCOS. Does anybody understand what is the difference between PCOD and PCOS? Anybody? You can put down on the chat box. Anyone? Or is it the same? Or is interchangeably used? What is that you know? So PCOD is obviously the full form is polycystic ovarian disease or disorder, and polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. Now tell me, is there a difference between these two or there is no difference? I think it's the same. Bhavya says. Anyone else? Okay. So PCOD and PCOS are commonly used terms interchangeably. Okay, they are used on and off, but they are not exactly the same. Okay, they are called as the hormonal disorders affecting women, especially during the reproductive years. Okay? They are interchangeably used only because they have certain significant differences between themselves. I'll just highlight it. It's not very important because not everybody suffers from PCOS. But PCOD problems is highly common in the category between 18 to 25 in the early years before you actually get married and start a family. All right. So PCOD is nothing but the hormonal imbalance causing ovaries to release immature eggs, which means they're forming a cyst. As it says in the slide also, it leads to irregularity in your periods. But PCOS on the other side is a metabolic disorder, which means to say it affects the hormonal balance leading to cyst. Okay, there is a small Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. So, PCOD is a less severe problem than PCOS. PCOS is a slightly complicated problem because it affects the metabolism, it affects your fertility level, it also results in the change of your insulin level. So PCOS is a slightly complex issue than PCOS, but it's not very commonly found in women. Okay. PCOD people often have regular or slightly irregular ovulation time. Okay, regular or slightly irregular ovulation time, but most of the time in PCOS problems, ovulation is totally absent or they are completely irregular. Okay, and the fertility is not very severe in PCOD problems, but it can be significantly high in PCOS people. The cure for both is lifestyle changes. The more often you seek help to change your lifestyle patterns and also go deeper into your hormonal management, it will actually handle your PCOS problems. Okay, so all these problems in terms of irregular periods, no periods, okay, excessive facial hair or weight gain problems or difficulty in conception or thinning of the hair, whatever is your problem, it could be mood swings also many a times. All these are significant symptoms of PCOD problems. Okay, you are feeling all the time lethargic, fatigue is setting in at any time of the day. That means you're highly skeptical to not making a change in your habits. That this is the time you need to change a lot of things around you. So the root cause of all these things is nothing but inflammation in the body, hormonal imbalances, high levels of androgens, right? So there is a genetic predisposition also that can lead to PCODs and PCOS problems. But the main factor will be poor lifestyle changes or habits that you need to look at, because that is one factor that is causing you stress. And stress is the main root cause for PCOD problems. Do you agree or not, all of you? Type a yes if you agree. Type a yes if you agree with me. So it's time that we look into it very seriously. We need to see a holistic approach in terms of diet and nutrition, in terms of exercise and movement, in terms of stress management practices. You can also do a lot of yoga nidra and visualization practices for you to help you release the stress and maintain your hormonal balance. Right? Guided meditation is a very important practice to be done every day. And the more you structure these kinds of practices on a daily basis, the more you will visualize that your PCOD automatically disappears. And it's all about coaching your mindset. It's not about the physical body, it's about your mind. You need to create that kind of a setup that you automatically transform from within. And this is what we are targeting in terms of all our practices at Be Prosper, in terms of a holistic approach, right? Because the root cause of all this is stress. And stress obviously leads to a lot of internal problems. So what are the different types of hormones? If we have to cover it in a nutshell, what are the different types of hormones? You might be knowing some amount of hormones, right? That works on your reproductive cycle. What are those types of hormones? Anyone? What is that hormone that regulates your menstrual cycle? It's important that every woman knows about it. There is no second thought that you don't know your body. Estrogen levels, okay? Yes. Other than estrogen? HS, okay. Other than that, what are your reproductive hormones? Estrogen, progesterone, FSH, LH, testosterone, all this contribute to your regular menstrual cycles, right? They affect your fertility. They actually improve your libido and also increase your chances of getting pregnant. What are your stress hormones? Anyone knows what are your stress hormones? Which you keep bringing back to the body. Cortisol levels. You must have heard of this, yes? adrenaline. Yes, all of these contribute to your stress hormones. What are your good hormones? It's also called as the sleep hormones or the mood hormones. Dopamine. Dopamine is the very common hormone. Yes. Other hormones? Melatonin, serotonin. These are all hormones that regulate your emotions. They actually regulate your sleep cycles and bring into a balance where you can actually enjoy the different phases of your life. Right? So these hormones have to be balanced throughout your period of cycles. Whether you're starting your cycles as early as 10 or later like 15, till 25, 26, you have to balance these hormones properly so that you are able to understand your reproductive cycles later on when you conceive. Yes or no? Right? So it's important for us to create a balance or a harmony within our system. And this is equally essential for us to target other problems later in life. When we are talking about irregular periods, when we are talking about pregnancy symptoms, when we are talking about postnatal recovery, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. Right? So it's all about the hormones, the big word hormones that you actually nourish every day. It's just like marriage. You have to work on your marriage every day. If all of you here are married, if not, no problem. You're in the pink of health right now, so don't worry. Right? So, marriage is a period which has to be worked every day, every single day. There is no guarantee of marriage. Any day, anything can happen. Life also is the same. Any day, anything can happen. Today I'm alive, tomorrow I may not be alive. As simple as that. Yes? We move on to the next slide. So we will identify what are the practices you need to do in order to deal with PCOD a little later. Okay? Let's move on to the next slide, Vibhu. Are you there? Can we have the next slide? I think the screen is not moving. I see a different screen. I see the PCOD screen. Okay, got it. All right, we talk about thyroid now, which is one of the concerns in today's topic, right? So what is thyroid? Thyroid, as it mentions here, right? It is a small gland, actually. It's like a butterfly-shaped gland located near the neck. Okay, located in the neck that plays a big role in regulating your metabolism, regulating your energy states, regulating your hormonal balance through the secretion of the thyroid hormones, which is called as T3 and T4. So any imbalance in this particular hormone will lead to two things. One is a hypothyroidism and two is a hyperthyroidism. So hypo means it's underactive. Hyper means it's overactive. So hypo underactive means obviously you will have a lot of weight gain. You will have fatigue throughout this period, depression, dry skin. Somebody said about depression, right? You have to first go and check your thyroid levels. You have to check whether this hormonal imbalance is created in the body unconsciously. It may be created due to various factors. We don't know how and why, but you should go and check it out. Hyperthyroidism is all about overactive thyroids, which means to say insomnia. Most of the reasons why overactive thyroid is, it creates a lot of insomnia. Weight loss, anxiety levels are very high, palpitations. All these are connected with hyperthyroidism. Right? So, how do you deal with thyroid? Obviously, the one major factor is stress levels. This is the major trigger for any thyroid imbalance. Okay? Improving your blood circulation and hormonal function around your neck region by doing a lot of practices on neck mobility and exercise, so as to stimulate your thyroid glands. The moment that gets stimulated, obviously you enhance the blood flow to your neck, and that massages your thyroid glands. Right? This will help you to open up your throat and also balance this region. Most of the time, what we do when we are sitting, either for reading or using a mobile, we are like this. Yes or no? Do we look straight and read? Do we look straight at the screen? Do we look straight at the phone? No, right? We are always, phone and screen is down and we are looking down. So if you are always like this, compression is happening here, then how will it get activated? Right? Unconsciously we are doing this, but we need to be more conscious and mindful when we are doing our regular activities. So these are some things which are very simple, but we have forgotten. So bringing that light in our daily routine is obviously going to change a lot of things. Right? And obviously your immune system takes a toll in terms of thyroid, which means to say you're not having the right kind of food that needs to be supplemented in terms of iodine. Because there is no factor of iodine in your body which can actually bring in that kind of stimulation. Stress patterns are going high, and obviously you're not able to balance them. The energy channels are blocked. Your calmness in your nervous system is distorted. And that's the reason why we need to do a lot of mindful practices. Mindful practices doesn't mean you have to hit the gym or you have to keep doing aerobics. Right? You have to do practices which are suitable for your condition, which means to say you can do slow hatha yoga practices. You can do a lot of deep chanting practices which can actually energize your vocal cords. Journaling or self-expression improves your throat chakra. So these are some things which will be very useful if you start practicing on a daily basis. Got it? We'll move on to the next slide. Who next? All right. We come to our important topic on menstruation. How many of you are suffering from irregular periods here? Anyone? Irregular periods or no periods? Anyone? Or painful periods? Right? So there are 4-5 things. 1, painful periods, absence of periods, no periods at all, heavy bleeding, irregular periods. There are other symptoms like premenstrual syndromes like PMS. And then the last one is nothing but spotting or mid-cycle bleeding. Right? So do any one of you suffer from any of these menstrual imbalances? Yes, no. Your daughter has painful periods, right? Okay. Painful periods. Okay. So painful periods is nothing but dysmenorrhea, which is also mentioned in the slides. Hurt, cramps, Okay, stomach pain, all of these contribute to painful periods. Lower abdominal cramping. Okay, why does this happen? Because it is due to excess of one of the hormones in the body, and also conditions like your endometriosis. Right? So, what are the practices that we can do in order to reduce this painful periods? Or if you have absence of periods not starting at the right time for all the girls aged 15 and above, or generally periods stop after 3 months period, irregularity in the period due to pregnancy or menopause. That is also one kind of absence of periods. Or heavy bleeding. Most of the people suffer from heavy flows, right? First 7 days is heavy flows. That may actually create a lot of weakness, fatigue, anemia in the body. How do you handle that? And often most of these irregular periods is linked to PCOD or PCOS problems, hormonal imbalances issues. So we need to tackle your hormones in order to solve your irregularity. And once that is solved, obviously, most of the problems leading to these can be resolved, like bloating, fatigue, swelling, anxiety, irritability, all of these. And most of the times we feel that we are having mood swings during the PMS state. Yes or no? How many of you have mood swings? Intense emotional upsurge. Yes? This may also cause a lot of frustration in the body, a kind of a rage or hopelessness that you call. You don't like your body anymore, right? How to overcome these symptoms? How to enjoy your life as a woman? Because a woman's identity is referred by these kinds of stages. And if you don't have one of these stages, you are not incomplete, but you don't feel good about yourself. Right? So it's important that we target these kinds of conditions at the right time so that in the long run, you don't have any serious problems. So the root cause of all these irregularity is obviously hormonal imbalance, either under or over effect of your hormones called progesterone and estrogen. Right? Stress or your anxiety levels are very high. You're going through an emotional trauma. Okay? You're not having regular nutritious food. Your exercising is not appropriate, which means either you're over exercising or you're not exercising at all. You also have these problems if you're underweight. Do you know that? Not that you need to be very lean and you don't have a problem. No. If you're underweight, you also suffer from these problems. And obviously, if you're taking birth control pills, you will suffer from menstrual irregularities. So you need to find out which is the root cause that is causing these problems. Whether it is your daughters, whether it is yourself, your sister, whoever it is in your family. Try and find a natural remedy through yoga and meditation. Lifestyle changes is the major key to this problem. Okay? Join any of the yoga classes that is available at your disposal, even online. Because these days, everything is there at the click of your finger. You have to be grateful that these days, you don't have to travel to find a yoga teacher. Our days, we didn't know what to do at all. I'm talking about 20 years back. But today, you have all the comforts, all the benefits available in front of your screen in the comfort of your home. So utilize it. Okay, we will talk about the benefits of it in our programs at the end of this session, where you can join these programs and change your lifestyle for a better health. All right. So when you're talking about imbalances, you need to look at what is the food you eat, what is the exercise pattern you follow, and what is the lifestyle rituals you follow. Because if you are spending a lot of time on your screen, that is not a good habit. If you're spending a lot of time traveling, that's also not a good habit. Okay, you need to always create a balance. Neither overexertion nor underutilization of anything. Okay, let's go on to the next topic. Move on. Menopause. Yes. Somebody had asked about menopause, right? So menopause, before you come to menopause, obviously you need to talk about perimenopause. What is perimenopause and what is menopause? Somebody had asked, who was that who asked me about menopause? Let me check. Let me check my chat box. Yeah. That was Jagruti. Right, Jagruti. I got you. Okay. So, before we move to menopause, what is your age, Jagruti? Can you let me know your age in the chat box? Age 50. Okay. So perimenopause and menopause are nothing but it's a natural life transition that actually marks the end of a woman's reproductive years, right? So obviously they involve a lot of hormonal changes. First, obviously there is a drop in the estrogen level, progesterone levels that affect. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, there is a drop in the estrogen and progesterone levels that affect the body, the emotions, and the mind. Right? Typically, a perimenopause starts from 40s. These days, because of excessive lifestyle changes, bad habits, it starts after 35 also. Okay? But ideally, it starts from mid 40s and it can last up to 4 to 10 years. So what happens during this phase? It's cycle irregularity. Menstrual cycles become irregular, hormones starts fluctuating, and you have a lot of other symptoms like hot flashes, mood swings, sleep disturbance. All of these can cause a serious disturbance in your mind and body. You start experiencing a lot of weight gain around your belly, brain fog, memory lapses. All of these are symptoms of perimenopause. Okay. Similarly, menopause occurs at a stage where for a period of 12 consecutive months, you do not have any periods. Okay. Generally, the age starts from 50 to 55. This is the time when the ovary stops releasing eggs and estrogen progesterone levels drop significantly. And there is a cessation of your menstrual cycles forever. And obviously, the same symptoms carry forward till the menopause stage, which is your hot flashes, vaginal dryness, joint pain, inflammation, bone health. All of this are some of the factors contributing to menopause. There's a lot of remedy or support through yoga and lifestyle changes where you can treat menopause. Okay, gentle hatha yoga practices that can support your joint health, your bone health, balance your hormones can be a big advantage. Restorative practices with the help of props, if you feel difficulty, can support your immunity levels. Your pelvic floor awareness in terms of your breathing practices, in terms of bandha practices, all of this can help you along the deep relaxation practice and meditation also controls your mood swings and your anxiety level. Okay. Obviously, a lot of lifestyle and nutritional value is there in terms of food, in terms of hydration, in terms of practices like journaling, breath work, and a lot of other creative work that can actually help you to slow down these symptoms. So if you're suffering from menopause, you should look at these kinds of options for you to shift your emotions. And spirituality is something that people definitely look forward to. It's a phase, it's a passage of time, right? So it's a shift between a woman to a wise woman. I would put it that way. It is a shift between a woman to a wise woman where you know deeper about yourself. Okay, this is the time for inner reflection, letting go a lot of things from the past, and also focusing on yourself. You have all been doing things for others, and this is the time you need to heal yourself post 45. That's when you need to actually start spending more time on yourself. Travel, do things which you have never done before. And this is the stage where you can let go a lot of emotional baggages. When you do that, obviously, either through a talk therapy or through a therapy sessions that you can take forward to, or you do strength training practices, all these things balance out the discomforts in the body. And this is something which a lot of women are practicing these days in order to find solace within themselves. Not that your husbands have to treat them like a queen, not that you get any respite from the pills or the medical help, but these are self-made practices for you to heal within. Got it? All right, let's move on to the next one. So how do we solve all these problems? Okay, before that, we'll take a poll. You have to categorize yourself in all these categories. One is if you're suffering from irregular periods or menstrual disorders. Second is if you're suffering from PCOD or PCOS. Third, thyroid problems. And fourth, perimenopause or menopause. Okay. There will be a poll that will come up in your screen now. Please answer the poll. Answer the poll right now and send in your answers. Which category do you belong to? Quickly, I give you 1 minute. I hope the poll is put up, Vibhu. Okay. So if you have the numbers in front of you, Vibhu, you can tell me either through the message or a WhatsApp message, how many of you are there in these particular categories? That we focus on specifics. What is the treatment approach that you need to have in terms of yoga practices, pranayama practices, lifestyle changes, meditation practices, emotional healing practices, and so on? Check the poll and let me know the figures, and you can change the slides. Okay, I've got your numbers. Okay, so 3 people have voted out of 7. Why only 3 people? All of you should vote. 7 out of 7. Okay, this is not acceptable. Everyone here, if you don't have any problems, then also I'll give you one more option. Others. Okay, you send that to me. So nobody is suffering from thyroid problems. See a 0 here, or they have not voted. 1 out of 3 is PCOD. Menstrual imbalances is 1. Menopause is 1. Okay, I have an updated sheet now. Okay, 4 out of 7. See, I have to push you guys. Then only you will answer. Okay, so thyroid 1%. See, If you are not voted, then I can easily be left out on thyroid, solutions for thyroid. Right? See, this session is for you guys, not for me. So make the best use of it. Okay, get as much solutions as possible that you can work on a long-term basis. This is an association we build for life, because whatever we start today continues for the next few months. It's not a quick fix thing in yoga or other lifestyle changes. It is a practice that needs to be nurtured every day. And you can only gain benefit if you practice it sincerely, which means to say every day appearing on the mat, sincerely following the guidelines and practicing will change your state of mind and body to a large extent. So whatever we are going to offer towards the webinar, please look forward to it. There is solution in every category that we have. Okay, so as you see in the slide, yoga, breathing practice, lifestyle changes. Small habits that you have to inculcate on a daily basis. Your breath is your friend. Have you ever found that? You keep looking for friends outside, right? But you don't realize that this breath is the most important key to your life. And if you don't focus on the breath, there is no life. So if you breathe slowly or if you breathe faster, what is the change in your health? Try it out. Whenever you are angry, look at the pattern of your breathing. Whenever you are calm, look at the pattern of breathing. This is an instant stress buster for you. You will try this today before you sleep and let me know. You can message the team and let us know how do you feel. There'll be an immense change in the way you look at things, because breathing techniques is something which we connect instantly. Yoga is something which is physical in nature because it has to be performed, right? You cannot look at someone and say, I get the benefits of yoga. No. You have to come on the mat, practice it sincerely using this body. Whether it's flexible or not doesn't matter. But you do it. Breathing techniques helps you to build that calmness and awareness. Managing lifestyle changes can make a big difference in the way you actually manage your habits, manage your time. How many of us, sincerely, honestly tell me, how many of us waste time on social media and your phone more than 1 hour a day? I'm sure you're doing it more than 1 hour a day. Yes or no? I want everybody to write in the chat. More than 1 hour a day, you see the screen, you sit on the social media, scroll the reels. Yes or no? So if you limit that time, you can do wonders. Wonders for whom? For yourself, on your health. You are here to make a difference for yourself, not for others. We don't have to prove to anybody at this stage. Nobody is even bothered about anybody. You live a life which is satisfactory for yourself, and you create the joy that you can give to millions around you. That makes a true worth of this life. Otherwise, when you leave, what is the legacy that you carry? You have not done anything. How will people remember you? You should do something, right? At least be honest to yourself in terms of your body and your mind. So this is what we need to start practicing. Next slide. Next slide, Vibhu. Okay. So today we are going to experience some simple techniques of how we do practices in all these formats, whether it is thyroid, whether it is irregularity in periods, whether it is menopause, whether it is, what is the fourth category? PCOD. It doesn't matter which category you belong to, we will do gentle practices today, supporting the body and mind. Okay? So if you're ready for your practice, I would like you to come to the mat or sit on a rug, which can help you to move the body. We're going to do simple movements created by the hips the hamstring muscles, your upper body, including your shoulders and your arms and your neck region. Then we do some breathing practices and do some meditative practices. This is a small ritual that we will practice today together. All right? If you're ready, I'll give you 1 minute to set up yourself and then we start. All of you should practice. You can see me? I think you can see me. All right. You can sit on the floor in any comfortable posture of your choice in a cross-leg position. Come to be seated on your mat in a cross-leg position. Keep your palms resting on your lap, on your knees. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, keep your spine straight. Eyes are softly closed. Witnessing this body as one whole unit. Take a few deep conscious breaths in and out of your nostrils as you begin to feel the breath in and the breath out. Visualize the movement of your belly and chest rising and falling as you watch your breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Relax that awareness and fix your focus to the eyebrow center. Visualize your eyebrow center for the next few minutes. Bringing an image of your choice at the eyebrow center. Connect with this image. If you do not have any image at your disposal right now, pick up a candle flame burning bright and steady at the eyebrow center. Observing the light of the flame. Creating an intention for today's practice. Any positive affirmation that you would like to make to yourself. If you do not have an affirmation, I shall give you one. I am healthy. I am happy. I am blissful. You will repeat this statement 3 times in your mind mentally. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We begin by chanting Om 3 rounds, keeping the same awareness. Inhale. 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 Feel the relaxation complete. Very gently, whenever you're ready, let go. Good. Coming to the first posture on butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. You open up your knees. You don't have to go down fully. Hold on to your feet with both hands clasped together. You start to push your knees down. Keep your spine long. Continue to clap your knees, keeping your breath slow and steady. If you need to keep an internal focus, close your eyes to avoid any other distractions. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly and deep. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands, take them arms out towards the ceiling. Stretch your arms. As you exhale, lean forward. Go down fully. Drop your fingertips on the floor. Stay here into the forward bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the spine, slowly come up. Bring your knees together and drop your knees down on the mat. Come into a tabletop position where your knees are separated, arms in line with your shoulder. Point your two knees behind you. Keep a neutral spine where you're not arching the back. Inhale, now you curve and look up at the ceiling. As you exhale, you round your back, pull the belly in. Inhale, pushing your hips and chest out forward. Exhale to round your back, curve your body. Continue the spinal movements. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Very good. Release. Come back to center. And come up on your knees. You step your right foot forward. Keep the left knee on the mat. Keep your hands on your hips. Start to bend back gently. Look up at the ceiling. I hope you can see me. Keep pushing your hip forward, arch back and look up. Hold the posture. You will all do it. No watching, but performing. Start. Hands on your waist, roll the shoulders back, look up. Exercise your thyroid glands. Feel it activated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release, change side, opposite hand. So even if you want to release the hand, do it unsupported. What you can do, you can take your arms over the head, stretch and bring back. Look up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release, come down to the floor. Now come up on your knees now. You keep your hands on your waist and you're going to push your hips forward, arch back. Look up. Stretch and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Take child's pose. Spread your knees wide open. Back on your ankles. Stretch your arms forward. Lower the head and chest in. Stay here. Hold the posture. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly release and come up to seated. We do some joint mobilization. So keep your arms in line with your shoulder. Make a fist of your fingers like this. Just start to rotate the shoulders clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Come back to center. Loosen the shoulders and drop your neck to the left side. Center to the right. Center to the left. Center right. 2 more. Left, right, left, and right. Come back to neutral. Drop your chin to the base of your throat. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, chin up. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. Now neutral. Turn and look at your right shoulder. Center, look at your left shoulder. Go slow. It's important that you feel every muscle in the joint. Right and left. Whatever practice you do, you need to do it with awareness and be mindful. And release to the left. Back to center. Now take a full circle. Start with the neck movement. Without tensing the shoulder, go clockwise. Do 5 rounds on one direction. 5 rounds and the opposite direction. Do it at your own pace. You don't have to watch me to do at my pace. Connect with your body, with your breath. Once you finish one direction, do it on the opposite direction. And relax. Release the neck, relax your body, stay still. Close your eyes. Watch the breath. Observe the state of your mind. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. Very slowly let go. Good. That was a simple movement-based practice. Okay. Now we'll do some breathing practice and do some meditation, short meditation. Since we don't have much time, I want to keep it for questions because you will have a lot of questions. Okay. We start with Nadi Shodhana and then we do Brahmari. 2 pranayamas today. Okay. Pranayama is nothing but it's an activation of your breath. Okay. Prana is energy. Ayama means extension. So extension of your breath is called pranayama, which means how you maintain to lengthen the breath without tensing the body. The more breathing you do deeply, the more relaxation you get on the body and mind. The more shorter you breathe, your life is very, very short. Understood? So let's practice Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. Not sure if you have practice or any knowledge, but I will just demonstrate. If you can't follow, never mind, because I cannot see you and correct you right now. So I don't expect you to understand the practice in full form. Okay? So just watch. If you can practice following the simple instruction, go ahead. If you already know the practice, go ahead. All right? You take your right palm to your nose, close the right nostril, breathe in through the left. Close the left nostril, breathe out through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. This is one cycle. We do about 9 rounds. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Follow and practice. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. exhale left. Continue. Go really slow in your practice. Not important how many rounds you do. It's important how slow you practice. Effortless, consistent practice. Once you've completed 9 rounds, you can stop, close your eyes, just watch the breath. No need to do anything else, simply watch the breath. Watch the state of your mind. Relax the physical and mental body. And now we practice Brahmari, the humble B sound. So you plug your ears with your thumb, okay? Plug your ears, close it from the outside sounds. Keep the other 4 fingers on top of the head, open your shoulders nicely. Use your throat muscles to take the sound like a B sound, like this. And exhalation. So one spontaneous inhalation, then full exhalation. As long as you can taper that exhalation to the minimum. Okay, we do 5 rounds. Begin. Breathe in. Relax. Stay calm, still. Observe the silence within you. And without opening your eyes, you will quietly lie down wherever you are on your back. We do a short meditation and then we come to seated. Lie down on your back with your eyes closed. Don't open your eyes until I tell you. Relax the whole body. Start to settle down your arms, your legs, feeling this complete stillness on the body. With each breath, observe the body letting go, feeling that lightness in the body. Observe the normal pattern of breathing. Breathe in deeply through your nose. Exhale out slowly through your mouth. Breathe in deeply through your nose. Breathe out deeply through your mouth. So make an O shape of your lips and breathe out. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And every time you practice this breath, feel the earth beneath you, supporting you like a mother. Feel that earth beneath you, supporting like a mother. Feeling safe, held, and grounded. Now connect to your womb space. Connect to your womb space. Bring your attention to your lower abdomen. Attention to your lower abdomen, the center of creation. The center of creation, intuition, and feminine wisdom. Bring your attention to the abdomen, watching the space. Place one hand or both hands if you wish to around this area. Feel the warmth. Feel the warmth around the space. The quietness around the space. The power around the space. Now repeat mentally in your mind these following words. I honor my womb. I release pain, tension, and stored emotions. My body knows how to heal. My hormones are coming into harmony. Repeat these statements mentally in your mind. I release pain, tension, and stored emotion. I honor my womb. My body knows how to heal. My hormones are coming into harmony. Now imagine a soft, glowing light around the space. A soft, glowing light around the space. With each breath, the light expands. With each breath out, it dissolves the stored emotions, the inflammation, the discomfort. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Let this energy fill your pelvic floor. Let the energy that you have created just now fill the pelvic floor. Your hips, your ovaries, your uterus, your lower back. Now slowly start to surrender and let go. Let this energy rise up towards your heart center, your throat, and your eyebrow center. Connect with your intuition, your seat of inner wisdom. Stay in that space for some time. Keeping this awareness, we will chant a mantra called Soham. Connect with the sound of that word called Soham and let that vibration travel throughout the body, especially entering your womb, your cells, your hormones. Take a deep breath now.
Soham, 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 Soham. Relax. Stay in that space for some time. Acknowledge the silence. Slowly return back to the breath, the body. Connect with the space surrounding you. Feel your arms, feel your legs. Making small movements on your toes, your fingers. Start to wake up this body. Join your legs together, take your arms back, stretch the whole spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend your knees, roll over to any side, and come to be seated on your mat. Joining your palms in Anjali Mudra. Take a moment of gratitude for this practice and the universe for bringing us together. Gently bow forward. Inhale, rub the palms. Keep the warmth on your eyes, stay there. One more time, palm the hands well. Place this warmth on any body part which requires healing from your hands. Your womb, your back, your shoulders, and then bring it to your heart space. Eyes open, look into your palms, slow. Thank you. Namaste. Come back. You want a sip of water, you can sip some water and come back quickly. And we will continue to the last part of the session. You can change the slide with me. Sip some water quickly and come back. All right. All good so far? Energized, relaxed? Let us see some comments on the chat message. How do you feel after the practice? What is the state of your mind and body? I hope everybody is still there or you slept off. All right. Okay, as you keep typing, let me continue. So whatever we did today is self-talk. Okay? It's there within ourselves in terms of whatever we want to do it. But it's just one push and one information that is not taking us closer to the solutions. Right? So the power lies within us. We are capable of doing anything if you put our mind to it. But just that you're not taking the right action and at the right time. Okay, so the magic lies in our body and we have to just move this body. The mind knows the power of how to move the body. But you need to feed the mind with positive and nourishing thoughts. Only then you'll be able to envision a life which is full of happiness for you. Otherwise, every day we feel challenges are endless, limitless, right? So everybody is facing challenges some way or the other. But you need to gear up and fight for yourself. And the more you do it with that kind of a willpower, the more it's going to take you in a long run. And you're not there alone in this journey. All of us are together. And that's why this platform also. So Vibhu will take us to the next slide where we talk about how we support women in different phases of their life by doing the right kind of practices through group practices or through individual practices. So if you want to book slots with us in terms of practices that can handle these kinds of conditions, you feel free to get in touch with the team where he will explain you what are the yogic practices that we do, something in a nutshell that we demonstrated today with more and more physical practices as well, which can actually balance your hormones to a large extent. So he'll explain you. We have right now 2 slots available in the morning and one in the evening, 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. for different kinds of conditions. So you can get in touch with the team and he will also tell you how you can enroll for this program. Okay, next slide. You move on to the next slide. And then we take questions after the slide. Over to you, Vibhu. I can't hear you.
Okay. Wow. Thank you, आरती जी. बहुत ही
Thank you.
इंसाइटफुल. ये सुनकर कि थायराइड पीसीओडी जैसे कंडीशंस को सही प्रैक्टिस से मैनेज करना, इंप्रूव करना पॉसिबल है. एक उम्मीद तो जगती है ना. पर
Correct.
शायद मन में ये भी आता होगा कि ठीक है, पर मैं ये कंसिस्टेंटली करूं कैसे. बस यहीं पे हम मदद करना चाहते हैं. मेरा नाम है विभू और मैं वी प्रॉस्पर टीम का हिस्सा हूं. हमने ये प्लेटफॉर्म इसीलिए बनाया क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि सही स्पेशलाइज सपोर्ट ढूंढना खासकर वुमेन्स हेल्थ कंसर्न्स के लिए मुश्किल हो सकता है. तो वी प्रॉस्पर क्या करता है? हम आपको हमारे ऐप के जरिए इंडिया में सर्टिफाइड और एक्सपीरियंस्ड वेलनेस प्रोफेशनल से जोड़ते हैं. हमारा फोकस योगा पर है, खासकर टेलर्ड योगा थेरेपी जो थायराइड, डायबिटीज, पीसीओडी, पीसीओएस जैसे इश्यूज के लिए डिजाइन की गई है. हम समझते हैं पर्सनल अटेंशन चाहिए होता है, इसीलिए हमारे ग्रुप सेशंस छोटे होते हैं, मैक्सिमम 10 लोग. भीड़ में खो नहीं जाएंगे आप. साथ ही काफी टाइम स्लॉट्स हैं क्योंकि लाइफ बिजी रहती है, हम जानते हैं. बेहतर हेल्थ का सफर पर्सनल होता है, पर ये जरूरी नहीं कि आप अकेले करें. बी प्रॉस्पर को आप अपना सपोर्ट पार्टनर समझ सकते हैं. अगर आप पॉजिटिव स्टेप्स लेना चाहते हैं और क्यूरियस हैं, स्पेसिफिक सेशंस और ट्रेनर्स को देख के अपना हेल्थ फिट करना चाहते हैं, तो वी प्रॉस्पर ऐप है. अभी टाइम मिले डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं और एक नजर डालिए. हो सकता है ये वही सपोर्ट हो जो आप ढूंढ रहे हैं. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग योर टाइम. I will ask Aarti ma'am to take the sessions forward.
Thank you so much, Vibhu, for that information. If you have any questions pertaining to this session, then we can start looking at those specific questions right now. We have some more time, 10 minutes. I can handle it. If you'd like to look at the platform, explore the options, feel free to actually look at it. Questions you can type or you can unmute and ask. I hope it was useful, helpful, informative, cleared your doubts to a certain extent. And then now it's time for you to take some action and step on the mat. Because anything will not be possible unless you put it into action. And it's important that you take care of this health right now. Because when health is lost in the long run, you cannot do anything internally. You have to depend on external factors to set right it. Thank you, Bhavya. Any questions? Anything you would like to discover about yourself? Good? I'll give you another 1 minute. If you have any questions, write down. Otherwise, you can look at the app, go through it, see what options suit you in terms of classes, timings. I'm also there in my time slots. If you'd like to book a session with me specifically, you can feel free to connect on that space. Questions? Understood everything or not understood anything? These are the only two options. Vidya says, is it possible for me to have PCOD related problems when I do not have thyroid issues? Yes, it is possible. Right? PCOD related problems can be very different from thyroid problems. If your thyroid is completely normal in terms of no hyper or hypoactivism, then obviously PCOD related issues come to certain kind of hormonal imbalances. So you have to look at those kinds of hormones that create this problem. So we look at specific factors in terms of lifestyle changes, stress related factors that can handle your problem. So feel free to explore the opportunities of yogic practices that will give you a lot of relief in terms of PCOD. A lot of people have got complete recovery from PCOD using just simple practices through yoga. So I would like you to really look for options on yoga just for this particular PCOD problem. Anyone else? Welcome. Any other questions? Amruti, did you get your answer? A lot of changes and self-care is needed at this stage. Changes in your eating patterns, lifestyle changes. We have not touched upon food as a main element today because that's a very, very vast topic. So if you're doing anything specific to only food related, we will keep you informed. Very good, Jagruti. Happy that you're relaxed. Good. So this is what you need as you age. It is small moments of silence, small moments of stillness that can actually give you that calm. Okay, so start meditating at least for 5 minutes every day. It's not a big time to ask for. Silence for yourself is needed in this chaos. So if you give that time for yourself, it's very, very easy for you to stay focused through the rest of the day. Try it out. right. If we don't have any more questions, we call it a day. Thank you so much for joining on this special occasion. And I look forward to many more people to spread this message through We Prosper, where we will bring to you a lot of webinars handling different kinds of solutions for various topics also, either through Ayurveda or through yoga. Either ways, it has to be something of a natural remedy, not a very clinical form of therapy or clinical form of intervention. All right. Thank you once again, and thanks We Prosper for having me here in taking a special mention about the women who actually prioritize their health today and actually sat for 2 full hours. Thank you so much. Good luck, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you, everyone.